All right, so we're under the truck now at the pit. Wanted to go over the location of a couple grounds here, give you guys some reference. So ground P, so you can see ground P up in frame rail. And just for reference, that's about right beside the transmission TCU controller as reference there. Ground I on the frame rail. A little difficult to see, but for reference, that's about cylinder number 2 on the engine. So I understand these grounds can be a little difficult to get to, but if we, once we narrow down the ground circuit that we're working on, ground I, ground B, ground E, does make it a little easier to know which ground stud that we have to go to. So guys, again, just for reference, ground P, right there, about midways, about the transmission TCU. Ground I, cylinder number 2, not cylinder number 2 of the engine. All right, so I'm gonna let Toby talk through some of the battery grounds, alternator, starter.
So here you can see we come off our battery. First one we're gonna come to is on the bottom of our bell housing. From there, we will go over to the back of the starter at the bell housing. We loop off from there to the outside of the frame. Also go back around to the back of the starter itself. From there, we go up to the back of our alternator. Just to give you a little point of reference here, I'll back up. See our oil pan, frame rail, alternator. Follow it down to the back of our starter. Back of our starter. To the bell housing at the back of the starter. To frame rail. To back to the bottom of our bell housing. And back to the batteries. Then from there you can see on these pack of batteries, now we have another set going out to our battery powered HVAC system.
So back to our auxiliary batteries. And we have a jumper ground wire to the frame rail on the auxiliary pack.
Pause it, I can lay up.
So cabling from auxiliary pack up to main battery pack.